Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, we are going to be rebuilding the San Antonio Spurs. This team needs some serious help, and I think I can actually get them to the top of the Western Conference yet again. So, I know when it comes to the Spurs, a lot of people think that I'm like a Spurs hater. I'm definitely not a Spurs hater. I just recognize that they have one of the greatest coaches, if not the greatest coach of all time, in Greg Popovich. And I just feel like there's certain players on the team, when put together, it just is a recipe for disaster. So there's a lot of good players on the Spurs, and I think with the right trades out there, we can definitely get this team back on top. I have a plan that I want to put into play that I think will definitely work, man. So before we can go on this rebuild, if you can please do me that quick favor and drop a like on, man. The goal is always 1,000 likes, and as always, check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there. All right, so let's kind of see what we're working with here, man. Let's go to the player stats on the season. So we got Demar Derozan, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. You look at those numbers, and you're like, yo, that's pretty damn good. The issue with DeMar DeRozan is just that, for one, he can't shoot a three-pointer. We all know that, man. That's nothing new with DeRozan. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, DeRozan, on paper, he's a good player. Just does not really work out in the modern NBA game. So that's a guy that's definitely been out there as a trade piece. I do think we should be able to get something pretty decent back for him to kind of work in this system. And then you got Lamarcus Aldridge. So my biggest issue with Lamarcus Aldridge is I think he takes too many mid-range shots. He plays too much like a traditional big. I know he typically plays the power forward position. I'm actually going to run him at center, man. And my goal with Lamarcus Aldridge is to turn him into a guy that, you know, you can put down low in the post and he can kill you down there, or he can pick and pop that three-point shot. Because I do think he's a very capable three-point shooter. He just needs to do it a bit more, and I think that would help with spacing for the entire team. The issue is, though, is that we have him on the court with DeMar DeRozan. You know, you're trying to post up Lamarcus. It's like dudes are just going to sag off DeRozan. Double team and stuff, man. So I feel like if we put the right players around Lamarcus, he will excel at that center spot. Because I know there's probably Spurs fans out there saying, well, we tried him at center before, it didn't work out. Not the right players around him, man. You got to put the right players around him. You got Bryn Forbes, who's been, you know, a very decent shooting guard. This is, man, he's 75 overall only, but averaging 13 points per game, few assists, few rebounds. Rudy Gay has been fine. I feel like that's just kind of what Rudy Gay is at this point. He's an okay player. I think he's a bit of a ball stopper at times, and, you know, he's always been a guy that has been kind of like a high-volume type of scorer. So I don't really know if he works out in a Spurs system that really excels or has excelled in the past on ball movement. You got Patty Mills, who still is like not like the greatest contract. It's not bad backup point guard numbers, but still could be better. Then you got Derek White. Now, Derek White, to me, you know, going into the season, I really had high expectations. I think a lot of people did. At this point, you know, having DeJounte Murray back on the team doesn't really help his case. So it might be a case of too much of a good thing, where Derek White, I think, could actually result in a really good player back in a trade. So, you know, it's like you got to make a choice. Do you want Murray? Do you want White at point guard? I'm thinking DeJounte Murray is probably the way to go. He's great all around, man. 10 points per game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, about 1-2 steals per game. Now, keep in mind, too, he is coming back from major injury, so he might even get better. His defense is always good, too. You got Jakob Poeltl, pretty basic this season. Marco Bellinelli, you know, guys like that, man. So, here we go. We are going to get started with a DeMar DeRozan trade. I have no idea what we could actually get for him. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Then he's got a player option with $27 million. So let's see what we can get for him, man. The goal is to get some nice shooters alongside Lamarcus Aldridge. So right here, we got Tobias Harris. Now, this isn't like a bad trade. Tobias definitely has a bitch-ass contract, no doubt about it. But the thing about Tobias is he's somebody that could play very nicely as like a catch-and-shoot player off Lamarcus Aldridge. And then the 76ers, they kind of are lacking that playmaker. So not a bad route to go. I'm not a big fan of Tobias's contract. You got Chris Middleton, not bad. Kind of the same song and dance as Tobias. Zach LaVine, Thaddeus Young. I mean, see, I don't really see the Bulls trade for DeMar DeRozan, so I don't really see that happening. You got Tristan Thompson, Jordan Clarkson. So these are some good expiring deals right here, where it's like we can kind of just roll with these dudes, and then we can have a lot of money going into the offseason and try to sign some players, although it's a pretty weak free agent class, if I remember correctly. Patrick Beverley, Jonas Valanciunas, you got a top 10 protected pick. Cody Zeller, Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, not bad. Marcus Morris. Now, this trade right here is kind of interesting. You got Aaron Gordon and Evan Fournier. It seems like Aaron Gordon is the type of guy that kind of needs like a change of pace this season. Not doing all that well with the right coaching might be good enough. And then Evan Fournier at shooting guard, averaging 19 points, 43% from 3. So all of a sudden you got your 3-point shooter to play off of Lamarcus Aldridge. Now, looking at Aaron Gordon's current stats as an 80 overall player, of course he's one of the best dunkers in the league. 3-point shots of 76 overalls. You know, he's a guy that's going to play on the outside, but also attack the basket. So I actually really do like that trade quite a bit. You got Paul Millsap, Drew Holiday, Serge Ibaka, Kelly Oubre. Andrew Wiggins, Robert Covington. That's a lot. I don't see the Timberwolves doing that at all, man. But yeah, one of the teams that was definitely interested was the Orlando Magic. So I think I'm going to do for realistic purposes, and just because I like the trade. You know, like $20 million for Aaron Gordon, not the greatest, but he's only 24. The sky's the ceiling for him, man. The sky is the ceiling for Aaron Gordon. So that is our first trade we are going to pull off. And now we're looking at Aaron Gordon, you know, Lamarcus Aldridge in the front court. You got the athleticism, you got the guy that kind of plays a little more old school, but I think it could definitely work out nicely. I think next up, like Rudy Gay, he's cool, man. He's cool. Do I really need him to? He got 98 mid-range shot, 81 three-point shot. I am worried a little bit about this team defensively, so I could see myself, you know, maybe going for a defensive-oriented player to really pair with DeJounte Murray. I feel like that would be a nice little fit, and it would kind of give up a slack that we might give up defensively to Lamarcus and Aaron Gordon. So the one guy you all know I love getting, man. You all know who it is. Robert Covington, I would love to get him. He's got such a great contract. I think he fits in perfectly in the Spurs system. Let's see what's offered up. Here we got Derek White, Damari Carroll. Not a bad trade, man. You know, the Timberwolves looking for a point guard, so they also get a pretty solid 3-and-D player in Damari Carroll. Here we got Rudy Gay for Robert Covington straight up. The only reason I don't like this trade is because I would like to actually use Rudy Gay probably off the bench. Like, I just feel like he could be a nice scorer, play his style of basketball that way. Lamarcus Aldridge not doing that. Jakob, it's actually not a bad trade. And then we got Trey Lyles and Jakob Poeltl again. So, yeah, do I want to give up Jakob? I mean, I need a backup center, and, like, Jakob's cool. But I feel like I'd rather just keep Derek White maybe as a backup for now, man. I don't know. Let me do this trade of Jakob Poeltl and Damari Carroll. I feel like I should just get some other players anyway, and that'll be fine enough. And then we got this. We got Covington starting. We got Rudy Gay off the bench, Derek White. Patty Mills, we could probably actually trade for a decent enough backup center. You know, as much as like a fan favorite that Patty Mills is, I'm going to keep Derek White over. Man. We still got Derek White for 2 more seasons. So we might as well see what we at least do for this year, right? So definitely looking for a backup center for Patty Mills, like a 75, 76 overall player. Here we got Brook Lopez. At the age of 31, don't really know if I want to commit $12 million a season to Brook Lopez. Just kind of how I am. You got Damian Jones, Kelly Olynyk, okay. Taj Gibson. I've seen a few players that I'm like, okay, that could probably work. Ricky Rubio, Dieng, not doing Dieng. Let me go with Larry Nance. $12 million, but he's only 26, so he's another guy that can definitely continue to develop, and we'll put him at the center spot. Now his rating might go down a little bit. Let's see what it actually goes to. Maybe it goes up. Who really knows, man? Goes down to a 75. Okay, so we definitely actually want to keep him at power forward. That's fine. We still need a backup power forward anyway. And now we'll just look for like a basic center. And yeah, let's do a trade of like, I mean, Lucas and Amac, he could actually pretty good. Let's do these two guys right here, man. That should be good enough. Should give us something, man. Come on, 2K. Maybe even I'll toss in a second round pick, but probably not. Jetty Osman, Daniel Tice, Zubac, I like him a lot. What else we got? Want to find like that perfect player. You know what I'm saying, man? Yo, Aaron Baines and Frank Kaminsky. No way the Suns are doing that. I mean, I know like some of my trades aren't like always like the most realistic, but I'm trying to like keep it realistic to some extent. Daniel Tice, though. With the Boston Celtics, probably not, man. Let's go to free agent, see what's offered up right here. Kenneth Faried, he's always cool. Okay, so I already got 15 players out there. Let me just drop a guy real quick. Let's drop, Quindary Weatherspoon. And Drew Ebanks just like freaking yammed all over the Pistons the other night, but we'll release this guy to free agency. Yeah, Kenneth Faried will be nice. He's definitely a different type of player from our dude, Lamarcus Aldridge, right? Yeah, I said my dude, Lamarcus Aldridge, but y'all never thought I would say that, did you? Okay. Starting 5. Athletic players, but it's still Lamarcus's team. They still run through Lamarcus Aldridge. There we go. Am I thinking probably like, because Bryn Forbes got to get some minutes. He's been too nice this year. He'll give him about 10 minutes per game, though. I do want to get Lamarcus playing a bit more. Here we go. Let's get Lamarcus at like 34. Let's get Aaron Gordon, who I want to put a lot of, faith in at about 30 minutes per game. And Derek White's still going to get about 20 minutes. Let's go with Covington at about 29. There we go. That looks good, man. That looks like, to me, a playoff team. That looks like a team that can play modern-style basketball, and I think Lamarcus Aldridge will excel playing with the squad. So we are listed at a 3.5-star defensive system. DeJounte loving it. Robert Covington loving it. Fournier, not so much. Lamarcus will be good defensive. He's averaging like 2 blocks per game than Aaron Gordon. Hopefully he can learn to play some better defense, you know? I think he can definitely learn to play some better defense. Player mentorship. I am actually going to have... Where's he at? Aaron Gordon is actually going to be mentored by... Where's he at? Where's he at again? Robert Covington to hopefully play some better defense. We're going to go with Clamps, Pick Dodger. And what else we got? A Trapper. Let's go with Trapper. There we go. All right, man. Player training. Anything I want to do with this? Aaron Gordon. If I could just make him be like, oh, yo, point guy. That sounds nice. An elite 3-and-D wing. That sounds good to me, man. That sounds good to me. Well, Lamarcus trained to be that. I'm sorry, Aaron Gordon trained to be that. But yeah, I think this team is definitely motivated, and I think they can definitely make the playoffs, guys. Let's go ahead. A 7-14 might be tough this first season, but if anything, I like what we'd have going into the second season. Let's go ahead and simulate the rest of this NBA season and see what happens, man. That's what I'm talking about, guys. 57 wins on the season after starting 7-14. Sometimes it's just about bringing in some new personnel. We got one more game against the Pelicans right here. Yo, I'm so curious, just like see like what type of like numbers these players did put up. So 58 wins. Giannis MVP, John Morant Rookie of the Year, Dennis Schroeder Sixth Man, Kawhi Leonard Defensive Player, Fred VanVleet Most Improved, Doc Rivers Coach of the Year. Okay, so we still got to work out first in the Western Conference, man. Like, just because you have 58 wins don't mean anything, man. Regular season, whole different style of ball game out there. So, there's the All-NBA teams. Unfortunately, no Lamarcus Aldridge, so hopefully he still put up some nice numbers. But, yeah, we are the second seed in the Western Conference. Absolutely crazy to think about. Let's go to these player stats on the season. So, we got Lamarcus at 22 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, about 1 block per game. 51% field goal percentage, shot 4 threes at about 36%. So, I would even like to see him shoot about like 6 or 7. If I'm being quite honest, I love to see him even up that even more. But then, yeah, like Aaron Gordon, who started the season kind of slow, definitely finished up strong. Defense is getting there, man. The defense is definitely getting there. Love to see that block average at about 1 to 2 per game. 3-point shot, nice enough. Evan Fournier was actually a really good addition to this team. I'm definitely going to consider re-signing him back. He's only 27, man. So, yeah, he does exactly at that shooting guard spot what this team needs, and that is to shoot the basketball, 3-level score. Rudy Gay, nice off the bench. John Murray, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. The sky is the ceiling for that man. And then Covington with his great defense and just really being a good role player to the squad. Kenneth Free, Larry Nance, both killed it off the bench. Derek White, good as always. So yeah, man, this team played like a unit, which is, I think, what the team's been lacking this NBA season. First round, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves simulate round. Now, there's no guarantees here in the playoffs, but I think getting to that 58 wins at least shows going into the offseason, we can tweak things a little bit more, that this team could definitely be a championship team come next year. So even this year, man, they could still win it. You never really know. We got 32 points for Lamarcus Aldridge, 11 for 23 shooting, 3-point shot, not all that great. Rudy Gay also kind of chucking out there. But, yeah, I can see myself potentially trading Rudy Gay, at least next offseason. We'll see, though. Next up, Houston Rockets simulate round, see how this goes for us, men. And we got a tied series, down 2 games, 1, 3 games to 1, 2, 3-2. And we lose in the second round, 4 games to 2. Which I still consider this a pretty successful season, all things considered. So, let's go ahead and simulate the rest of this one. See what happens, see who wins it all. And, yeah, man. I don't really have any big time things to do this offseason because Lamarcus is back. I think he's got 1 more year left on his deal. So maybe just trading for a few better fits. Getting Evan Fournier back if possible. And kind of going from there. Let's go ahead and go to staff signings. Make sure Greg Popovich is still the coach of this team. And, oh shit, bro. I think he retired, man. Come on, Greggy. Come on, man. Bro, he got the hell out of here, bro, when he saw KrispyFlakes pulling up. Okay, that's all good. Gotta bring him on, guys. Pace and space system. Because, I actually wanted to get away from the defensive system anyway. So, that works out nicely. I'm not too upset. I mean, I'm upset because Greg Popovich, but still. All right, NBA draft. Probably not going to have, a great draft pick, but that's okay. Not really, looking for, the young depth like that anyway. The whole thing was trying to get a few more veterans and all that good stuff, and I don't know, man. Just feel like this team has some good young players as is. I think I'm going to go with... Might as well just go with the best overall. We got Jalen Smith, Killian Hayes, Cassius Stanley, who I like quite a bit. Yeah, just give me Jalen Smith, rim protector. It's always good. Okay. Got him signed up. 74 overall. Team player options. Fournier declined his player option. Hopefully he doesn't want $17 million. But if he's declining, either he wants in a new system or he's looking for a good payday. I don't think Evan Fournier is worth more than $17 million, though. So if he's looking for that, might have to go elsewhere. Well, that's about $15 million. Now, there's a lot of other great free agent options out there anyway. I'm going to toss him the money, I think. Like I say, he's only 27 years of age. It's not like he's some old-ass player. $15 million for a decent three-point shooter like himself, I think it's kind of worth it. I think I also saw Bryn Forbes. Yeah, Bryn Forbes, I'd like to get him back as a backup. 2-year deal. Sounds good. We still need a backup center. We got Aaron Baines available at $8 million. Just got a moratorium period. Make sure we can at least like afford these guys now. So yeah, we got Aaron Baines still available. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get Aaron Baines back for that. That's a good ass deal, man. Damn. That's a real good deal. Any other guys on bird rights? No, there is not. Okay, I am going to go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Feel like Aaron Baines, huge pickup for this Spurs squad, but really the bulk of this is going to be on the development of players like Aaron Gordon. Yeah, we'll probably check out some low-key trades, but overall, man, I was liking the starting 5, so I think the development's the big part of this. Gonna do my training camps, all that stuff, so I'll see you guys at the beginning of the year. Okay, so this is what the team is looking like so far, guys. Same starting 5. I did use untapped potential on DeJounte Murray, Aaron Gordon. I think I used like a 3-point shooting camp for Lamarcus Aldridge, just to get him better in that department. Bench unit, you're still looking pretty damn good out there, man. I feel like Larry Nance and Aaron Baines, it's actually a really nice front court just to have off your bench. Lonnie Walker, actually a year better now too, so he's at a 77 overall trying to get some PT. I think out of curiosity, I do want to see what I could get for a trade of, I want to do like, where's he at? Evan Fournier and Derek White, just like, and even a future first round pick. We can get like that next like superstar pick. Get like a Bradley Beal or something like that, man. That would be epic for this squad. So we got Josh Richardson. It would need to be a really good trade for me to consider doing this though, man. We got Marcus Smart. Can you imagine him out there with like the DeJounte Murray? Damn, that defense would actually be insane. And even like his offense is a bit better. So yeah, because Evan Fournier, 86. Okay, I mean, Evan Fournier is just a really good offensive player. So we got Lou Williams, we got Zubac, PJ Washington, Jabari Parker, Bojan Bogdanovic, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Kyle Kuzma, Danny Green. Okay, definitely some solid trades. Definitely some solid trades. I really like this idea of Marcus Smart on the team though, man. I really do like that. I'm just wondering if it's worth it, because like 82 for an 81, plus a 79 only for a 73, although it is Romeo Langford, and a future first round pick. Probably a little bit of an overpay. Yeah, let me check out real quick here what it would take to get somebody like, even like a CJ McCollum. You know, I would love CJ on this team. It's like a second, third option. Rudy Gay, Lamarcus Aldridge, not doing that. Rudy Gay, Aaron Gordon, Robert coming to Lamarcus Aldridge, and Lamarcus Evan Fournier. Yep, not doing that trade. What else we got here? Yeah, I was talking about Bradley Beal. He's a 90 overall. That's not going to happen. D'Lo, Klay Thompson. I mean, yeah, I don't really see the Warriors doing that. Any other shooting guards that I really think this team could honestly get that I actually need? I mean, JJ Redick for a little floor spacing. If we can get him for like the cheap side of things. Yo, Rudy Gay for JJ, not bad. Derek White, Trey Lyles, Aaron Baines, Keldon Johnson, Larry Nance. Yo, I kind of get behind that. I kind of want to keep Luka, or I'm sorry, I almost said Luka, man. Larry Nance and Keldon Johnson. I don't know, like Keldon Johnson, I feel like his still could be potentially really good. Oladipo maybe for like the low of things. He's only got $21 million. It's an expiring contract. Yeah, not seeing that happening. I don't think we're going to get anybody else here, man. I feel like that's going to be our starting 5. So we kind of have to like own up to it and see what he can do. I don't know. I don't think it's this season we win it. I think it's going to take one more season, guys. But I'm going to go ahead and simulate this one, see how things go. I'm going to change up the lineup a little bit here, you know, like minute-wise. So, yeah, man, I'll see you at the end of the regular season. Okay, a record of 56-25. Once again, not going to put too much weight into the regular season because come playoff time, we'll see how things go. But yeah, it's still like a promising sign. At least we did not like regress as a team. Kawhi Leonard MVP all over this Spurs video, man. We got Doc Rivers Coach of the Year, not Matt, well, Michael Stafford, whatever his name is. I don't know, man. No Lamarcus Aldridge on here. That's okay. He's like 36 at this point, man. So he's definitely getting old. Really, 2K? Okay, let's try this one more time here. Hopefully 2K doesn't screw things up. Although, they'll probably find a way, man. Let's go to player stats on the season. So we got Lamarcus Aldridge. Yeah, scoring definitely down. But Aaron Gordon looking pretty good out there. Although, pretty similar stats. I'm going to scoring is up this season. Rebounding's down a little bit. Assists. See, that's my issue with him sometimes. Is I just don't feel like he, like, develops, you know? It's like, is he already who he is? Or is he going to get better, man? So, but 18 points, still a career high for him. Evan Fournier, 15 points. Rudy Gay, 13. DeJounte still playing some good all-around hoops. So, yeah, I mean, good enough progression from some of the players on the team where we did get that 57 record out there. 3-point-wise, Lamarcus is about 6 attempts now, 35%. So, yeah, if he can do that, that's fine enough. First round, though, we got the Houston Rockets. They beat us last year. Simulate round, see how this goes. And, yeah, I really think, like, from, like, a Spurs fan's perspective, I think all they really probably want is for San Antonio to at least be competitive, you know? It's just, like, they're used to making the playoffs. Going back in the day, the Red Wings. I'm gonna bring a little hockey knowledge towards you guys, man. The Red Wings made the playoffs every damn year, and then they just got to the point where they were just like bad, and it's just like it was no longer hockey town, man. That was Motown, Detroit Pistons. It's definitely not that, but hey, it is what it is. We did get the playoff series win here. Evan Fournier, 26 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And that right there, the consistency is why did not just want to trade this guy away for like Marcus Smart. Would have been an interesting trade, but not really necessary. Lamarcus Aldridge, 16 and 10. Okay. Next up, Golden State Warriors, completely healthy squad now. Simulate round. See how this goes for us. Tied series 2-1, 2-2. 3-2 looking good, man. 3-3. And we win in a 7-game series. Behind a 38-point performance, man. 14 rebounds from Lamarcus, 22 for Fournier. Guy is really stepping it up. So, I think going to this Clippers series, I might want to actually put the rotation down a little bit. So I actually had Lamarcus playing like 34 minutes. I don't know why he's down to that now. And why is Rudy Gay starting over Robert Covington? I mean, it's actually kind of working low key. So yeah, sometimes the game just like switches out your rotation. It's like, that's not what I was running, but okay, that's how it's going to be. Lamarcus, we going all in this playoff series, man. He's playing 36 minutes. DeJounte at 36 minutes himself, I guess. For some reason, Aaron Gordon's only at that many. But no, we're going to go probably with a 9-man rotation. Derek White going to get quite a few minutes out there too. As like a backup guard. What's he at? Yes, I guess we'll get him at about 20. All right. Aaron Gordon, 30. Rudy Gay, 30. Evan Fournier, who's been busting for us at 32. See what this does for us. It might just, we might just end up losing to the Clippers because they're the number 1 seed. Simulate round. Come on, man. Y'all can do this. Y'all can do this. Come on, guys. 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 4 games to 1, man. Oh, y'all tried your hardest. I'll give you that. You tried your hardest out there, but it's the Clippers. Clippers is the good team. Okay, man. I mean, at this point, Lamarcus Aldridge's contract is up. I think I'm going to call it good. 57 wins. It just gets to the point where you might have a good team, but there might just be better teams in that era, better players in that era. And I think that's the case with the Spurs. It's like, yeah, they could be a 57-win team, but then you got to deal with like Kawhi and LeBron and the Warriors, and that's just how it is. But I think I did a good job rebuilding this team, though, man. I really do like how it turned out. Lamarcus is going to be 36 now. I don't think at this point the Spurs would resign Lamarcus Aldridge. Is kind of what I'm getting at. So, but no, team, we got younger. We got some good players. You just can't win a championship every single time. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.